So this is what King Combs and them is talking about. Let's see what the kiddies are saying. This is what the kids said. We have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not. And anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. Additionally, please understand that any so called friend speaking on behalf of our mom or her family is not a friend, nor do they have her best interests at heart. Our lives were shattered when we lost our mother. She was our world, and nothing has been the same since she passed. While it has been incredibly difficult to reconcile how she could be taken from us too soon, the cause of her death has long been established. There was no foul play. Grief is a lifelong process, and we ask that everyone respect our request for peace as we continue to cope with her loss every day. We are deeply saddened that the world has made a spectacle of what has been the most tragic event of our lives. Our mother should be remembered for the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories. We ask that everyone please respect our mother, Kim Porter, and hold her legacy in high regard so that she may rest in peace. It's what she deserves. We love you, miss you, mommy. Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Zalila. Now, let me say this. I told y'all I didn't think the book was real for a number of reasons, even though some of the stories sound true based on things we'd already heard. But this is what I want to say. At the end of the day, your mother is gone. And there is no amount of digging shit up about your daddy that is going to disrupt the peace of her slumber. I hate when y'all say shit like that because the truth of the matter is nobody is being wakened in death by people lying about them, profiting off of them, or talking shit about them after they've passed. Nobody's turning over in their grave. I know y'all like to say that. The ancestors may not be pleased, but at the end of the day, Kim is not turning over in her grave because all of this is coming out now. Because to be very clear, that lady looked like she was locked in her fucking house for years. That lady looked like she couldn't date nobody else, couldn't live her life. She looked really gaunt and sad in that documentary that Bad Boy and them did on Netflix that she was an executive producer of. I will never forget watching that documentary and saying she looks, like she looked sad. Like they had little different shots of Kim in that documentary and she looked down low, somebody that had a lot weighing on them. And then not long after that she passed. And let's be very clear, it's a lot of conspiracies, absolutely, but I don't think anybody is going to dispute the fact that we think that Diddy was controlling and abusive to Kim. I think everybody thinks that. I think everybody thinks that. And so ultimately, there is no amount of respecting privacy that is going to actually harm your mother because most of the harm was done in the silence while she was alive. So if we need to pull some of this shit up, and only the truth, y'all, don't nobody need to lie. But the truth does need to be pulled up, kids. Yeah, it does. And another thing, I don't even trust that these kids are writing this shit. I think that somebody's writing this shit for the kids. I don't think the kids are actually writing this shit. And also, I feel like a lot of the kids are probably brainwashed. The kids are caught between a rock and a hard place. That's their daddy. This shit is terrible. This is hard. But you can't tell me that he didn't abuse them too. Sorry, I just won't. I'm sorry. That's just not how that works in my world. In the world that I live in, a man like Diddy is abusive to his children as well. And that's just how I feel about it. But y'all pray for them people children. Pray for them people children.